This garage feels so empty without my Mustang in it. But today is day 2 and we're going to really see the results today. Now yesterday they cleaned the car, they actually finished the wheels, they got it up on jack stands, it's all cleaned, and they did the first part of the paint correction. The detailers took all the swirls and everything out that are possible to take out. And today is when we're going to see the real fine tuning, all of the detail work with the full polish and everything else. And I'm really looking forward to it, so let's get to the shop so we can check out what they're doing. Just one major difference that I've seen here that is really cool. Right along the edge of this hood, this kind of every time you close it, it bangs on this bumper right here and left a nasty, nasty scratch line. And you can see if I show you now, there's almost nothing here. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm assuming this is probably pretty common on these Mustangs, that this trunk lip hits the bumper when it lowers. And just this process has almost completely removed it. And from what I understand, they're not even done. So right now Josh is using alcohol to clean the little detail areas and get the paint completely free of anything that's left, preparing for the coating, right?
Yes, so this is going to remove polishing oils, compound dust, anything that we missed that might risk getting into the coating itself as we apply it. So we want to make sure that this is as clean and dry and contaminant free as possible.
Cool. It already looks unbelievable. It's amazing how many flaws you find in factory paint when it gets this clean. It's pretty crazy, because I'm pretty sure that even coming from the factory, the paint was never, you know, this deep and this close, because I mean, heck, there's less orange peel in it now than there was when it left the factory, obviously, because it's been polished. So it's amazing.
So this is the way that we get these kits. This is the box that most of this stuff comes in, except for these. These are the glass parency kits that we'll be putting on the glass separate. I just laid it there for now. This is a primer polish that comes with these kits. I have so much of this that we basically just put it in spray bottles and use it that way. It's a little easier. Applicator pads, proprietary blend microfiber towel to level out the OptiCoat Pro as we put it down so it won't absorb it. This is the base layer. This is OptiCoat Pro. And then Pro Plus gets this extra additive as a time process in the whole coating process. So about a half hour after we apply this base, we have to follow up with the Pro Plus. This is an applicator for the Plus. This is for Pro. This is another Plus applicator. And then with each kit, you get the customer gets this warranty card, which we will activate when we're done coating it. There's a little credit card. There's some quick how-to as far as washing and drying goes, and then what to do if you have some, tree sap or some sort of surface contamination as well. So that comes with every kit.
Cool. All that stuff comes in just that little kit. Yep. That's awesome. And this is not consumer level. Like, I can't buy this in the store.
No consumer. You can't buy this on eBay. You can't buy this on Amazon. There are consumer grade coatings out there that are packaged very similar as far as the way that it's distributed to the customer. But OptiCoat Pro and Pro Plus, you need a business. You need insurance, and not available for consumer purchase.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Mm-hmm. So that's where we left the car for the day. I still have an empty garage because my Mustang is still over at Josh's shop. And that is because it needs to cure for 12 hours before I can take it out of there. And to be honest with you, I think Josh was just ready to get rid of me. So the next thing you're gonna see is me picking up the car, and I'm really excited because it's been a couple of days, and I know this coating hardens after a couple of days and really shines up. So I can't even imagine what it's gonna look like. But, you know, let's go now. Holy shit. Did you see this thing? Josh, you've done an absolutely unbelievable job. Is there anything more challenging about doing this particular car than any other car that you've done, or is there anything unusual that had to happen here?
Not necessarily. Supercars, you know, the guys always joke it's easy to make a expensive car look good. So, and most of the time those have minimal flaws. Your car basically had fairly aggressive marring in it. So we did 2 stages of compounding, 2 stages of polishing. Once we removed all that, we got to the paint to basically be perfect before we applied the coating. So now with that coating on there, it's magnifying all that paint work that we did previously. And we're also about 6 or 7 days into from when it was applied until today. Through the magic of YouTube now, you're seeing the final product 7 days later, which most people when they pick up don't really get to see. So it does get glossier after 7 days of just curing on its own. We don't really do anything to speed that process up. It's just time.
Tell us a little bit about LVA detailing and how folks out there might be able to contact you if they want to have their car look like this.
So Lehigh Valley Auto Detailing, the name actually I created based on what I would have thought as a consumer as, well, if I wanted my car detailed and I'm sitting here in front of my computer and I live in this area, it seems very simple, but it actually grew rapidly and stuck. So Lehigh Valley Auto Detailing through a Google search should bring up our webpage, our social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm sure you could put the phone number somewhere in the video as well.
There'll definitely be a link in the description to the website and the phone number. And you'll do cars out of town, you know,
yes,
if they ship them in.
We've had some people ship, you know, a couple cars in from out of state. We used to do mobile detailing, is actually how I started this out. So for about 2 years, I'd pack my pickup truck full of my stuff and head out to your house and do it there. But it's much easier to control the environment in my shop, temperature, lighting, the whole 9 yards. Otherwise I'd be out here polishing cars and coating it. It just doesn't work that well. So I unfortunately no longer do mobile detailing, but full service here. We could even ship if need be. We could deliver and as well. So
awesome. You're gonna see a lot more of Josh on the channel coming up. I have a bunch of stuff planned, plus he loves his Teslas. We're gonna do some stuff with Teslas and it's gonna be awesome. So make sure that you send him an email through the website and say hi.
Yep, most of those email, you can text the business number. It is a cell phone. Message the Facebook account. Right now it's mostly me answering it, but I do have a secretary that's part-time. But if it's something that I need to pay attention to, I'll make sure that I get back to them timely, as efficiently as possible, which has been tough. So
awesome. Thanks, dude.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Freaking
nice
awesome.
meeting you.
Amazing. It certainly is awesome to have my Mustang back in the garage, and Josh is a miracle worker because this thing looks amazing. If you want to see what this car looked like before I sent it over to Josh, you should definitely check this video out right here. And if you want to see more content about cars like this one, we're going to do some supercars and some Tesla stuff. It's going to be awesome. And if you want to see it, be sure you subscribe to the channel and click the little bell icon, because then it's going to notify you when the new content comes out. My name is Michael Fire Jr., and of course, this is For the Love of Cars, and I'll see you in the next one.